The Transport Accident Commission in Australia has sparked huge international debate after they released a car accident awareness campaign unlike any other you've seen before.
Part interactive sculpture, part educational tool, and ultimately a catalyst for conversation, Graham shows us how the human body would need to change to survive a low-impact crash. Over several months, a trauma surgeon and a road safety engineer collaborated with a world-renowned artist, using decades of road safety data, medical research, and creativity to deliver evolution underpinned by evidence. During the process, key weaknesses in the human body were identified and modified. We then introduced Graham to influencers in arts, science, and government before touring the country to areas where drivers are more likely to be in an accident. Visitors were the first to use Tango, Google's new augmented reality technology, to go beneath his skin and better understand his anatomy. Within 24 hours, he'd sparked a global road safety conversation as he was discussed, debated, and even memed.
This is Graham.
Genau hier treffen wir Graham.
Realmente, Graham é super-humano.
Vaxdockan Graham.
Love him or hate him, you couldn't ignore him, as this road safety message became a global phenomenon. But for all the global impact, the most important influence Graham has is on our future drivers, as he is now part of the school curriculum. And in May 2017, Graham will join the World Health Organization as their international face of road safety to remind all of us of our vulnerability on the road.
The bond between a parent and child can be really strong. And when a parent has focused on that child for so long, when that child leaves, the parent can just feel that there's such a great void and not know how to fill that void.
Sit down. Bob! Look, Bob! He's dead!
The Pedigree Child Replacement Program. When they move out, move on. Adopt a dog.
If your kids have left home, we have a solution for you.
Campaigners hope that empty nesters might find a suitable child replacement, a dog that needs a home.
If your kids have left home, why don't you just get a dog to replace them?
Do you replace your kids with a dog? How's that for your Monday morning?
You're encouraging people who are feeling a bit sad about having an empty nest to get a dog.
Go on, mate. Go get it. Yes. Yeah, go on.
I understand the website matches dogs with people. How do you work it out? Is there a science to it?
Parents enter their kids' details and the software will match those characteristics with a dog that's looking to be adopted.
I went onto that website and I matched with a beautiful Border Collie cross.
You send in your kids' old stuff and they turn it into dog stuff.
And this is on the website now. They've taken a kid's jacket and they've turned it into a dog jacket.
All that crap you left in your room when you moved out, guess what? It belongs to the dog now.
The Child Replacement Program finds that magic connection point between dogs that need homes and homes that need dogs. And we think that's why it's been so effective for us.
I've got to say, I laugh. What's the response been so far?
The Pedigree Child Replacement Program. When they move out, move on. Adopt a dog.
An athlete's greatest competition is always themselves. Our ambition was to bring our athletes face to face with themselves.
超正確な RFID システムを用いて1周目のラップタイムを測ります。2周目より LED スクリーンにアバターが出現。アバターは1周目のラップタイムで並走し、アバターに勝つと新しく更新されたベストタイムでアバターが走り、自分の最高記録をさらに超えられるよう自分に挑戦することができます。 からナショナルレコード、ナイキのエリートアスリートたちの記録をもとにアバターのライブラリを構築し、コーチたちは8つの基礎トレーニングに合わせてモードを選択することができます。
Matututo yung runner ng tamang pace. Here, it's not the usual track oval. Medyo hirap na yung uphill.
We knew we were building something very magical, but you know, when it first kind of turned on and started working, we were all like, oh my god.
Nie widzisz mnie, kiedy proszę Cię o papierosa, kiedy jestem głodny pod sklepem, kiedy zamarzam na przystanku. Tej książki nie przeczytasz w cieple, szlafroku, w fotelu, w ciepłych kapciach. Książka została wydrukowana farbą, która reaguje na mróz. Aby ją w pełni zrozumieć, musisz przyjąć na siebie trochę atmosfery, w której często bywaliśmy. Autorami książki jesteśmy my, bezdomni. Ta książka na pewno nie jest majstersztykiem literackim. Na pewno ma wiele braków. Kiedy pisze się prawdę, trudno silić się na piękno.
All around the world, children are learning how to express themselves through code. But in Japan, programming classes won't be made mandatory in schools until 2020. Glico products have been making their way into lunchboxes for over 95 years, so let's turn each packet of Pocky, Bisco, and Almond Peak into bite-sized coding lessons. GleeCode is the world's first educational mobile app that uses advanced image recognition to turn real candy into code. Using physical objects helps children learn more intuitively, and by turning the treats they already love into a new visual language, they can now learn while they snack. Pointing Pocky to the right moves you right. A sideways Bisco is a long jump. And combining snacks allows you to build coding sequences that solve more complex problems. Each level is a lesson. Complete them all and you'll learn the 3 principles of algorithmic thinking: basic syntax, loops, and if statements. GleeCode generated huge buzz both in and outside of Japan and earned lots of praise on social media for being such a fun and easy way for children to learn how to program. Japan's Minister for Internal Affairs and Communications selected it to be part of a pilot program to teach coding at schools across Japan. GleeCode will be featured on millions of packets of Pocky throughout 2017. And following its national success, an international version is about to be released for the rest of the world to enjoy. GleeCode is now making its way into elementary schools, programming workshops, and living rooms all over Japan, and very soon, the world. By using the snacks kids already love, GleeCode is proving how fun learning to code can be.
The University of Melbourne conducts world-changing research. The problem was the people of Melbourne didn't know about it. To raise funding, we had to raise awareness. We needed to find a new way to publish research.
Exhibit 4. The advances in creating dexterous robotic arms are nothing short of remarkable.
We turned an entire city into a free exhibition of world-changing research, made possible by Melbourne.
Exhibit 3. Growing organs outside the body.
Poster sites became exhibits, all connected by a mobile audio guide from the researchers themselves.
Growing greener cities.
Each site used the media in a new way, as a climate-controlled greenhouse that grew over the month.
The building that had the green roof on had about a 30% energy saving.
Food that doesn't waste water.
As a water tank that visualises the amount it takes to grow one crop. Using electrosensitive glass to have the advertising go blind.
We are on target to eliminate trachoma as a blinding problem.
Or as a platform to launch a breakthrough in nutrition.
Just by improving the nutrition of this single food, we could reach millions of people.
Thought-controlled movement.
Plus many more. Each site was chosen to directly target high potential investment. and all were connected by a free tram and accompanied by a cafeteria where you could eat and drink research. The exhibition led people directly online. All this led to fame.
Melbourne researchers say they've identified a group of men at high risk.
A team of Melbourne researchers will sign a deal in Paris to manufacture
This led to an 80% increase in commercial research inquiries worth hundreds of millions of dollars. The exhibition is now touring Australia as an ongoing publishing platform, made possible by Melbourne.
Both men used a pen made from a bullet to illustrate the transition from weapons into education and the future.
Not every day an idea is used to sign the peace treaty of a country, or becomes part of its culture, or ends on the Pope's hands, or makes it into Day Nobel Museum. This is how it happened. We transform bullets, fired in war, into pens, bullet pens. It started as a direct mailing from the Ministry of Education in order to announce to all Colombians through journalists that bullets wrote our past, education our future.
Es una pluma creada con una bala de fusil que podría ser protagonista de uno de los momentos más importantes de la historia de Colombia. Con este bolígrafo,
bullets marked our past. Education is going to write our future.
Una penna per la pace si chiama baligrafo, un termine che unisce le parole spagnole bala e boligrafo, rispettivamente pallottola.
A pen made from a bullet once used in a war that lasted over 50 years has been used to sign the historic.
Journalists and opinion leaders spread the message to every single continent, showing the power of this new weapon. Then the president of Colombia shared bullet pens with the university directors, so they start understanding their lead role once the peace treaty is signed. To the guerrilla leaders sitting in the peace negotiation tables in Cuba, and to leaders around the world like Queen Elizabeth and the Prime Minister of the UK, who will invest £45 million in development after the conflict. The bullet pen was used to sign Colombian peace treaty not once, but twice, and has never stopped being a part of the good news that comes with a country in peace.
Nosotros tenemos que transformar el país y construir la paz desde las aulas de clase.
ภาพสนามบอลแปลกๆอันนี้ดิ
อยู่ย่านคลองเตยท่านผู้ชมฮะ เป็นสนามฟุตบอลรูปตัว L นะฮะ
แต่ว่าเวลาที่เขาไม่มีพื้นที่แบบนี้เนี่ยสิ่งที่เราจะเห็นเลยเขาจะกลับมาอยู่กับตัวเองและอาจจะเริ่มอยู่กับอะไรที่เขาสนใจเฉพาะมากๆซึ่งมีโอกาสที่จะมีปัญหาตามมาได้
วัยรุ่นในชุมชนแออัดก็ต้องการพื้นที่ที่จะแสดงออกอย่างสร้างสรรค์เหมือนวัยรุ่นทุกๆคนแต่พื้นที่ที่เขาอยู่อาศัยกลับไม่เอื้ออำนวยไม่มีเชฟไม่มีรูปทรง